took you long enough. Welcome to me HQ, Viet. Thanks, you know why you're here anyway, Diggy. Shouldn't be back at Pokelab making stories or whatever? Glad you asked. You see, the lab was suddenly hit by a huge meteor, so we have to evacuate on there temporarily until it is fixed. Luckily, I have a backup base just in case for our combination to continue. That backup base is here, near HQ. So, what do we do now? Do we continue with storytime challenge or? Unfortunately, the meteor also damaged the campfire projector as well, so that challenge will be put on hold for now. But in the meantime, I have a different challenge for you all. Which is? In Mila HQ, there is a lot of work to be done to get this place up and running. I want you all to go around and explore Mila HQ while doing this task, finishing the wall while ensure that Mila HQ will be stable and last long enough until Pokelab is fixed. Then all of you will get immunity, and we can eat chocolate cake afterwards. Jin and Yeto will also both survive from the tiebreaker too.
Is there a catch to this?
Ah, yes, there are also 2 fake mons among us. The fake mon's job will be to sabotage us Pokemon and making sure Mira HQ will never go up running. We are cutting the oxygen supplies, shutting down the electricity, and worst of all, murdering us! The fake mons are chosen via randomizing. Jara and Kale do not need to participate in this challenge due to having immunity. And Snowy doesn't need to participate due to earning a star last challenge. KJ also called in sick, so they are also excluded from this challenge. So that leaves 8 of you. Michael temporarily returned from this challenge, and I myself will also participate in this challenge, making it 10 of us. If us Pokemon win, the fake mon will be punished in the next challenge. But if the fake mon wins, all Pokemon will go Ufe. So with that in mind, are you all ready for this challenge? Free immunity from the tiebreaker, sign me up!
That's all I need to hear. Me too.
Same here. Yes I do. Screw it, I'm in as well.
Hey guys, where is the banana?
Okay, what are you waiting for? Perfect. Everyone take a task list and follow to me to the launch pad, which is our starting point. Let's see, what are my tasks? Fix wiring, enter ID codes, water the plants.
Hey Viet, I think we should stick together for this whole game.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's safer to travel in pairs and we could back each other's alibis then, but why me for people?
Because we are both evolutions? Plus, you're one of the few people that I'm not bad on terms with around here.
Okay then, fair enough, let's get moving. Oh, I guess he is confirmed innocent then. Just gonna connect this. Where?
If you guys would shut up and let me speak, I found a body at the launch pad. Who was the victim?
It was Swap. Swap was lying on the ground with 28 stab wounds in their chest at the launch pad. Alright, the first thing I would like to clarify is that 5 people, including me, saw Jimbo doing a med-bay scan, so he can't be a fake one. It also can't be Inky either, since he wasn't with me the entire time.
Yeah, me and Diggy were together doing non-fake mode tests. That rules you failed then. Is there anyone suspicious?
It's Shocks.
What?
Shocks killed Swap.
Mike, you fucking idiot! Do you have any proof?
I can vouch for Silveron, we'll travel together too. But, Mike, with all due respect, shut the fuck up. Anyway, was anyone else together?
I was with Mike for about 2 seconds when the bus is shoveling in the hallways.
And what are you doing in the hall store?
Heading to do my test.
Yeah, I somehow doubt that. Plus, I'm pretty certain that store is a fake one.
Can't you explain the reasoning behind that idiotic association, Apple?
Okay, I saw a store alien spawn earlier. He was standing completely still, not doing any task whatsoever, and I don't remember seeing him walking past the med bay earlier too, so the fake mon that killed Swap has got to be Store. Hold on, Store wasn't the only person to stick around the launch pad for a while.
Yeah, what he said, and I wasn't the last person to leave either. Someone would definitely seen me making the kill of it. Moreover, if your attention was focused on Jimbo's medbay scan, then I doubt that you could tell who had and who hadn't run past medbay.
Precisely. You know, I'm pretty sure that Apple is a fake mon based on that stupid accusation and the fact that he ran back to the launch pad in the first place.
What? What do you mean by that?
There was no reason for you to ever run back into the launch pad. If you had some tasks there, you'd have done them all when we all spawned in. Yeah, that's super suspicious. Why exactly did you went back to the launch pad?
I thought someone might be killed there, so I went back to check.
And you thought that there might be a dead body in the place with the most witnesses because?
I think you ran back to the launch pad to check if anyone else was still idling in the launch pad. And when you found Swab there, you killed them yourself, reported the body, and then tried to frame Store.
I completely agree with you.
And so you need to cast my vote.
Same here, it's obviously a self-report.
Self-report! Self-report!
Self-report. Also, what are you guys talking about? And where is Banana?
Guys, for the love of God, it's not me!
There are 9 of us remaining. We can't afford to throw someone out.
It seems that we have reached a conclusion.
Then goodbye, Apple.
Apple was not a fake man, 2 fake mans remaining.
What? After all of that, he wasn't a fake mon?
Great, we just murdered an innocent Pokemon in cold blood.
At least we have logic in our false conclusions. Guys, Shox is a fake mon.
Shut the hell up, Mike!
It's Shox. Alright, back to work, everyone.
Man, it's so boring in here, and hard to...
Oh, buying a drink from that vending machine is not my task list. I can get one for you too, if you want.
I'll do you one better.
That works too, I guess. Why is this even a task?
I don't know, so where to next, bossman?
Let's go to admin. It's pretty close by, and we can check everyone's locations while we're at it.
Take your time, why don't ya? I'm trying to find my banana.
I'll keep watch by the door to make sure no fake mouse is nearby. You go finish all of your tasks in here.
Okay, it says that I have to put a 5-digit code in this table. God damn it, the keys are too small for my paws to touch it properly. Okay, my task is finally done. All of that just to type in 5 numbers. 5 numbers!
Well, on the plus side, this horse can't possibly get any worse for now.
Oh, you have got to be kidding me. The reactor is on the other darn side. Alright, let's just go before we all die. Oh, I guess I should have expected that.
Hey, can one of you watch all of the door locks for me while I do my task in the office?
Sure, why not?
Because the fucking useless door locks are almost never useful?
Let's just check it anyway. What happened?
When I went into the office, I saw Jimbo leaning into a wall. I thought he was just up to his old banana fighting shenanigans, but then I realized that he was missing his head. Yet, you and Shox came from that way earlier. Was Jimbo already dead when you two were up there?
I don't know, we never checked the office.
But we did pop into Jimbo when we were going to admin.
That's when he went into the office, which you never did see him come out for. Guys, Shox killed Jimbo. Then I think we should establish what everyone was doing while you were in admin. Can you two give us an hour down time frame? I'll try. Me and Shox were in admin for about a minute before the reactor started to melt down. We left immediately and met up with Store just after meltdown stopped. Good enough for me. I was in the laboratory before the meltdown happened and headed straight to the reactor when the meltdown started. Shox is a fake mon. I was in the reactor until the body was discovered. Inky can back my alibi.
I sure can. I was heading to decontamination when the meltdown started, so I was able to get to the reactor quickly and make it stable again with Diggy. Nobody else came in, and neither of us left. I set the communications for most of the rounds, watching the door log before heading to cafeteria to do a test. My all just say it seemed to match up with the logs.
Guys, what Shox out?
My god, Mike, are you trying to pick a fight with me here, asshole? Store seems kind of suspicious, don't you all think? Apple accused him last time and we didn't trust him, but he was actually innocent. Plus, Store also didn't have anyone backing his alibi up, and no one is backing the claim that he was in comms before heading to the cafeteria. He might have caused the meltdown as a distraction, and then went to office, murdered Shimbo, then escaped, and none will be the wiser. Do you have a stupid? Yankee must have seen you while he was heading to decontaminations, and yet saw me coming out from cafeteria. Again, you could vent it while no one else was nearby, and besides, if he really was in comms, he should know something was wrong when Shimbo doesn't leave the office at all.
That's not how it works, Jin. The door lock only tells you which part of a room someone is in, not the exact room.
And why in tarnation would I vent in the area that I knew 3 people were in? No, it's gotta be you. Everyone else has something to back up their alibis except Mike, but he can't kill because he's Mike.
I'll just stop you right there. You haven't said your alibi yet. Where were you when the meltdown began, Chinin?
I was in the balcony shooting down asteroids and checking the weather.
For the entire round?
No, I was just hanging around the balcony to make sure no one used the vents near it.
So you're saying that you have only done 2 tasks this far, while each of us has at least 7 tasks?
Well, yeah, but if you guys follow me, I can prove that I'm not fake. No, I think that I have already heard enough to reach a conclusion.
Did anyone see Jinmin down the balcony at all? Then it's got to be Jin. The rest of us has eyewitnesses and alibis except Mike. Yet Mike is Mike, and Jin was alone the entire time.
Wait, Apple accused Store last time and was innocent, so it must be Store.
You do know that it's possible for Apple to be both innocent and wrong at the same time, right?
Staying in one place without anyone to back you up is a terrible idea. Someone who is truly innocent wouldn't do that. You're skilled, Shin. We caught you red-handed. My gosh, you guys, you're all making a mistake.
It's Shox. Any last words before we send you into the unknown other side of the world, Jinmin?
I wasn't even the person to murder Swap and Jimbo like that.
Wait, really?
Yes, really. The true mastermind behind these murders is...
Jinmin was a fake man. One fake man remaining.
Wait, who's the other fake person?
You just have to wait to find it out, I guess.
Say, Tiggy, I have a question. Where are Jaira, Kale, Snowy, and KJ? I don't see them anywhere around here, and they can't be in Pokelab due to obvious reasons. Ah, right. We're currently in the Hidden Lock Science spectating chamber in Mirror HQ. We are watching this challenge happening while eating popcorn. They are also the ones that randomized our rolls, so even I can tell who is the fake one. So you're telling me that they are enjoying watching us slaughter each other? Yes! I'm not going to even question that. Let's just finish all of our tasks. Guys, what Shox out?
Mike, shut the fuck up! You're so annoying!
It seems he figured out how to call emergency meetings now. Well, that was a waste of time. Let's just give the vote.
Agreed.
It Shox.
Mike, This is the 69th emergency meeting you have called by now. Just shut the fuck up and stop pushing that button, you retard.
No, you're bad because you swear sharks.
We're never going to get anywhere at this rate.
Guys, I think we're missing the obvious solution right in front of us here.
What do you mean by that? Oh, I see where you're going with this now, and I like it.
Exactly. Assuming Jinmin was telling the truth and they didn't kill Jimbo, that leaves Mike as the only one without a solid alibi, and all of us have someone to back up our alibis. And besides, there's only one fake one remaining, so all alibis are now solid. That leaves one suspect remaining.
At this point, I'll do anything to make Mike stop spamming emergency meetings. Let's do it. Hell fucking yes! I have been waiting for this moment long ago! Oh hell, now you're not getting off that easy, bitch! Time for payback!
Mike was not a fakeman. One fakeman remaining.
Now, with that done, let's continue doing our task, shall we?
Alrighty then, remind me to never get on your bad side ever. Wait a minute. If Mike wasn't a fake moon, that means one of us lied about our alibi. Well, all of our tasks are almost completed, so we just need to finish our remaining tasks quickly and do win this challenge and avoid death.
Let's hope that we can survive until then.
Alright, I'm going back to the reactor because I never got the chance to finish the memory task I had there. I want at least 2 people to follow me because I don't feel safe traveling in the pairs anymore. Why don't all 4 of us just go there?
Bloody good idea, Viet.
Everybody go do your task in here. Done. Shh, I need to concentrate. Done. That was quick. Doesn't that memory task usually takes a lot longer? Actually, if something happens when you're doing this task, you can come back at it at whatever point you reach it. Oh really? That's pretty handy. It certainly is.
Oh, the lights are down. Should we do something about that?
Nah, how about we just stand here doing nothing in the darkness forever? Of course we have to do something about this. Stop! You two get away from the controls. I'll handle this.
Took you guys long enough.
Where the hell have you been?
I was on the launch pad running some diagnostics.
Just stick with us, so the fake one can't kill anyone else. They won't be able to move with all those witnesses around.
Alrighty then.
Sweet! We're pretty close to completing all those tasks and winning this challenge. I just need to water these plants and then I'll be done. This is pretty relaxing. Shucks! What have you done?
Bullshit! You're the one that did it, asshole!
Wait a bloody second. Store is dead as well? It certainly is, and Shucks is here is the one that killed them both.
No! You're the one that killed Store and Ingi, you dirty fucking liar!
Oh shit, here we go again. Both of you, in your own words, explain what you saw. Alright, I will walk into a greenhouse, show check their task list, and donate a shocking expression, realizing how close we were to a task victory. Seeing this, they decided to make their move, while they were busy watering plants and not paying attention. Sharks pulled me a gun and shot Inky with it.
He's fucking lying! I never checked the test on the way here, and he shot me with a gun!
If I shot you, then why Inky is the one lying dead on the floor then,
Because you're aiming at shit and then you're aiming at me, I dodged it out of the way and the bullet hit at Inky instead.
That's total nonsense. Well, I'm sorry, Diggy, but I'm more inclined to believe Sharks. I never saw him killing anybody, and we have been together for a whole game. The whole game? Are you 100% sure about that? Because Sharks definitely wasn't next to you when we were talking in the reactor. He went to the laboratory with Store, who might add that was never seen again. It's pretty safe to ensure that Store died in there, since his body was never discovered, and none of us ever went back to the reactor. So how come could I have killed someone who is in a completely different room while you were talking to me? That's, well...
Liar!
And that's not all. The Chamber's body was found in the office. You two were in admin at presumed time there, am I right? Yeah, I was typing a code and Sharks kept on lookout for any incoming threat. It was pretty hard since my balls are too big. So all of your attention was focused on that task? Yeah, so? Then what was stopping Sharks from leaving the admin, kill Jimbo in the office, and then return to admin as if nothing has happened? It would have been very easy, especially since he was hiding right between the two rooms by the admin's door. Okay, I get what you're saying there, but how did Sharks kill Swap them? You two didn't leave the launch pad at the same time, and the launch pad is where Swap was killed. All Sharks had to do was to wait for everyone else to leave to make the kill, then travel with you to give himself an alibi. But surely Sharks can execute murder plans with flawlessly and perfect? If any of us can pull off such a stunt like this, it had to be Sharks. I'm sorry, but the fake one has to be this trickster of the group named Sharks. Any day of the week, it's Sharks. Does anything I just said have any flaws with then? No. Then I think you know what to do.
Viet! Don't believe this fat smoke a beast rabbit! He's a fucking liar!
Wait a minute, something doesn't feel right here. Diggy, you were in the reactor and the lab when Jimbo was killed and never left the area, correct? Yep, that's right. I see. Then how did you know Sharks was standing by the door while we were in admin? Oh, that, Sharks told me about it earlier while we were completing task.
That's a fucking lie, and you know it!
When did he told you that exactly? It was, why does it even matter anyway? Because Sharks never had the chance to do that. Ever since Jimbo died, I have been walking and talking with either you or Sharks. If Sharks ever told you that for whatever reason, I would have known about it. Then you need to get your hearing enhanced then. I assure you, Sharks told me about it when I asked him about what happened in admin. Besides, the evidence is still stacked against him. I highly disagree. The only way that you've known Sharks' exact location is if you saw him standing by the door yourself. And the only way you could have seen him standing by the door is if you went over there. The fact that you were alone in the reactor lab area means that there will be a perfect opportunity to do so. I was not alone. Inky came in during the meltdown? That didn't matter, because you have more than enough time to make the kill before then. And with the lab vent being so far away from decontamination door, there was little risk of being caught. All you had to do was hop in the vents to the office, kill Jimbo, then vent it back to the lab. This also explained why the reactor was sabotaged, because you wanted to prevent the body from being discovered as long as possible to give yourself an alibi. After all, why would anybody go to the office instead of the reactor when all of our lives were at stake? That's a stupid theory. Sharks will have seen me using the vents, but he hasn't said anything about that when Jimbo's body was discovered. Admin and the office are only separated by a small hallway, and nothing was blocking his vision. There was only one vent in the office, and it's by the door. So explain how you can have used the vents without being caught then? Yeah, about your crap with the vision thingy, there is something that blocked Shark's vision. The door of the admin room and the office doesn't align. It's quite the opposite actually. One door is at the top of the room, while the other one is at the bottom, and the vent in the office is at the parallel side of the room. That means it would be impossible for Sharks to see you using the vents. He will still hurt me for... The vents doesn't make any noise, you damn bass. Yes, they do. You said no one else was around you, so all people, you should have heard me using the vents then. Actually, I was fast filming the first stations that I couldn't type the code and wasn't paying attention, so it doesn't matter if the vents makes any noises or not. Well, think about it. I couldn't have hit a stone in the laboratory either, since I was on your side the whole time. You're not seriously suggesting that he was killed anywhere else, are you? You weren't in my side the whole time. A blackout occurred while we were in the reactor, and I couldn't see where you were. That was a perfect chance to kill Store. You probably did it while you were leaving the reactor, since I'm pretty sure you're the last one to enter decontamination. No, that's wrong. Your vision isn't completely limited by the blackout, so somebody should see me killing Store then. Yo? Don't you mean ow? Your vision should be restricted as well, unless you are blessed with all-powerful fake mode's night vision. Explain how I was able to kill Swap at the start, then, if you're so sure of this theory of yours. I did not see you run past me, so I do not know when you left the launch pad, but now that I think about it, I remember some people running past me, and Shocks when we were talking, so I know for a fact that he wasn't the last person to leave the launch pad. And earlier you said to me that Shocks didn't leave the launch pad together. How would you have known that if you didn't pass by us while we were talking? So that's exactly what happened. You were responsible for a deck of 6 people, Diggy. There is no way to deny that now. But Viet, you are forgetting the most important detail of all. If I was really a fake mon, why would I alert you all to the presence of a fake mon in the first place? That decision didn't help me at all, and it would be easier for me just to kill you outright. Because you're an idiot?
Hey, Tiki, the fake mon says what?
What?
Aha!
Oh well then, good game.
Diggy was a fakeman. 0 fakeman remaining.
We did it! High five!
I did all the work back. No, never mind.
Say, why you were such a big brainy back there?
Oh, that's just a side effect of playing Among Us and then in the robot for too long, I guess. What's up, everyone? I bet that took you by surprise, right? That was a story titled The Fake Mon Among Us, written by Viet with Showtone and screenplayed by me. Last time we had arranged a tiebreaker between Viet with Showtone and Jimin the Infernal during the storytelling challenge. Before I review to you the new judges and the result of your challenge, let us see another story done by Jinmin, and screenplayed by me, of course. The first elimination will follow shortly thereafter. Enjoy watching The Festival and the White Rabbit.
As the scene opens, we're met with a night of lights, pumpkins, stalls, and many people. The festival is as bustling as it could be, with people and Pokemon alike playing games, eating good foods, and just making their way through the Halloween fair. Sneaking about though, is a group of Pokemon ready to make their grand entrance.
Here it is. A festival. A human festival. A wonderful night of hope for treats and companionship. Yet also a catalyst for despair for tricks. What a glorious night it is! What makes it a human festival? How is it different than any party you could host back home? You got water in your ears or something? The people! Look, just follow my lead.
Jin starts running into the festival, as KJ and Shocks run to keep up. They run through the crowd of people, as Jin approached their destination.
There, we see one of many stalls. The owner has their back turned. But the stall's candy apples remain out for any onlooker to possibly purchase. Our group instead all grab their own and keep running. As they round the corner, They find a haystack to sit on.
There. Can do that back home, huh? What? Shoplift? You know what? Fine. I can admit that was kinda fun.
Meanwhile, Shocks is sitting down next to them, a bit out of breath from running.
What's wrong, Shocks? Your voice sounds pretty despairful.
Shocks kicks up some of the hay onto KJ's candy apple.
Oh my, how despairful.
The two mindlessly bicker for a bit, as Jin chuckles. Shocks then chimes in again.
Now, if I may, I have some of my own plans for tonight. Why would you make plans if you know going out tonight? For us. Plans for us. And how wonderful those plans are. I scouted this area beforehand and found myself quite the activity.
Shocks starts walking off, as Jin eats the rest of their candy apple in one bite, and both KJ and Jin follow. Shocks leads them to an opening in the forest.
Welcome to our frightful escape. A forest? Well, did yourself here? Of course not. This is a haunted path set up by people to give us all quite the scare. But why would you want to be scared? Heh, not bad, Shocks. This should be a fun walk.
Jin says, walking towards the clearing. Following him, the group scurries into the dark forest. The path was dark, but bright enough that it wasn't particularly an issue for the Pokemon. A breeze bellowed through the forest, and KJ shivered.
Come on, the despair has yet to even start.
Shocks teases KJ. Suddenly, the sound of a heartbeat rings out from all sides. The group stands closer together, and continue to walk past the Halloween decoration that line the forest. Suddenly, a ghost decoration pops out from above. KJ and Shocks jump back a bit, but Jin seems unfazed. She looks back to KJ and Shocks.
You two tease each other over getting scared, but do shit like this. It's honestly kinda cute.
Jin continues walking, as KJ and Shocks follow begrudgingly. They continue walking, when they see a rustling bush.
I got it!
Shocks says, trying to prove himself. Shocks immediately runs over and uncovers the bush. It's a white rabbit. Not a Pokemon, but just a normal white rabbit.
What on earth is that?
The group goes over and stares at the rabbit for a bit, then Jin comments.
This path sucks. They can't even get their Pokemon decorations to look right.
Jin keeps walking, as KJ and Shocks stay behind. Shocks goes to keep walking, but KJ stops them.
Well, looks like your path idea was a flop. Shut up! At least I'm trying to make things fun. This wonderful night should be filled with hope. Cut the shit, Shocks. This isn't about your hope. She took the time to find this and bring us here, only for her to be bored. Okay, and? What do you mean, and? We need to do something instead of just dragging Jin around. You guys still looking at the weird fluff thing? Come on, we have better things we could be doing. Just give us a second. We'll meet you at the end.
Jin walks back off, and KJ looks to Shocks.
See, can we do something to make this festival more exciting? I guess I see where you're coming from. I'm sure I can think of something. We need to work together on this one. Alright, fine. What can we start with? Whatever we can find.
KJ says, as they both walk off to the end of the path. KJ and Shocks followed Jin as she walked through the festival. KJ decides to make the first move and points at a stall.
Look! Pumpkin carving!
KJ motions to a pumpkin carving contest, with the stall lined with all sort of pumpkin designs.
There seems to be still taking entries. I wonder what you'll get if you win. Well, let's find out.
Jin grabs some nearby pumpkins, and the group begins carving. Jin shows her pumpkin, which she had carved herself on. It was of decent quality, if burned a bit around the ends. Meanwhile, KJ shows their pumpkin. He had carved in a girl and a butterfree playing. It was drawn nicely, but not carved very well. On the other end though, Shox had tried to carve in the face of a girl. But it didn't turn out too well. Jin and KJ looked to the pumpkin.
This is probably why you wanted me to do those art challenges for you, huh?
The group turn in their pumpkins, and wait for the results. In the end, the winner is some random girl and her Litwick. She's given a medal and a bag of candy. As Jin and he group sit at the side.
You're right, Jin. Can't be bothered. I'll just go steal my own candy. Really? That was your idea? That human had all fall to prepare for this contest, and you just think you can magically win? At least I'm trying. What have you done so far? Simple. I've been calling in a friend to make things more interesting.
Shox says with a smile. Later, the group continues to walk along the festival. Suddenly, Jin stops.
Who's following us?
Jin turns around and sees a figure, almost as tall as the humans around them. They seem to be wearing a white sheet, like a normal ghost costume, yet they have two white bunny ears poking from the figure. It continues walking towards them. Jin gets ready to fight, but Shox grabs their hand.
It's a ghost! Run!
Shox drags Jin and KJ away. Shox leads Jin and KJ back into the forest pathway, as they are trailed by the white rabbit. They continue through the trail, running through the noises and dodging the ghost decoration that appeared. The ghost easily keeps up though, and has them cornered. The ground around them starts to shake as the ghost approaches the group. The group falls back into the bush where the rabbit was, where they tumble back into a clearing. Once the rolling and tumbling is over, the group lays down, breathing heavily. They all seem to be scraped up from the fall.
Shox, what was that about? I could have taken that. Yeah, Shox, what was that about? Is your idea of making this more interesting having us be chased down by some creep in a sheet? Well, I'm sorry. Your pumpkin carving idea wasn't doing us any favors either. Is your skull as thick as your shell? What are you on about?
Jin says, as two of the white rabbit ghosts surround them.
How many people did you rope into this?
The ground starts shaking again, and the group huddles together as the ghosts circle them.
Jin, this was all KJ's idea. Hardly. We saw you weren't having fun, so we're trying to find something here you would like. What do you mean? I was having fun. Look, just because it's some stupid holiday doesn't mean I need to have a night I can't forget. I'm perfectly fine with just hanging out with you guys.
The ground stops shaking, as KJ and Shox look over.
Really? But you didn't win the contest, and the haunted path sucked. Okay, and? That's what I said. Look, I brought you guys here so you could have fun. You don't need to try and go out of your way to do something like this. Oh, cheesy, but nice to hear. So we can go now, right?
One of the ghosts uncovers the sheet. Apple is flying in place, carrying Kale.
I should have known it was you two from those earthquakes. So who's the other one? Swap?
The ghost doesn't respond. And Jin goes and pulls off the sheet. The only thing under it was a blue ball of fire. No Pokemon they had seen before. As the screen pans up, the forest is filled with screams.
And that was our second featured story. Unfortunately for us, I can only screenplay that many stories on each day. Nonetheless, All of your stories will be rated by me and the 2 other judges. Speaking of which, it's time to announce the new judges in place of Gyro and Kale. Our second judge is Yukita the Quagsire. He fell down, climbed back up, and then fell down once again. Nonetheless, he turned out to be a very sophisticated reader, unlike me and the other one. And our third judge is... Mike. Yes, our glorious idol, Mike the Trizile, once revered by many. His way of rating your stories is rather... different, but it worked for us in the end. And now, let's review your overall challenge scores. Apple Story, A Move to Remember, total 25 points. Swap Story, Log Report 8, 19 points. Shock Story, Murklow's First Day on the Job, 15 points. Snowy Story, The Truth Hidden in the Code, 20 points. Store Short, The Story of a Cool Bunny, 6 points. And Jimbo Story, The Journey for a Banana, 28 points. Inky the Inky Excused, +1 penalty vote. KJ the Blastoise completely ignored the challenge, double votes. Gyro and Kale did not submit their work yet, deadline until the next video. And... Jimbo the Snorlax earned 28 points, more than anyone else. He wins the challenge, along with a star. Congratulations to you, Yellow Snorlax. And what about Jinmin the Infernape and Viet the Jolteon? Just wait and see. Welcome to the Elimination Room. Once again, with Jinmin the Infernape and Viet the Jolteon with a certain ending. One of you have earned enough points to be ranked for 3rd place, giving yourself an immunity until the next challenge. The other one, however, will be not so fortunate. The Chamber of Discarded Subjects is right below you. Interestingly enough, your stories were the only ones featuring the main cast of Pokelab 2020. Everyone else created original characters for their stories. That being said, both of your works were so good that I decided to feature them today. Now, allow us to pass your judgment of those stories. Jinmin's story, The Festival and the White Rabbit, 22 points. Viet's story, There is a Fake Mod Among Us, 17 points. Viet the Jolteon, a story where you are the protagonist and where you end up winning against your opponent. It's not the kind of story that would win in the end. In fact, it was such a good setting. Furthermore, you also made me an antagonist in your story, which was not a smart move, considering that I was one of the judges. On top of that, you had the bad luck of Mike being the 3rd judge, who also did not like your portrayal of him in your story. And try to guess why Store earned 0 points in the challenge for Mike and me. But I believe that everyone already figured the outcome before the elimination, after watching both stories. Viet the Jolteon, I was not impressed with your story, and as such, you are no longer among us. Goodbye. Next up is the real elimination for this challenge. The ones being vulnerable are Swap the Skizzer, Shox the Sylveon, Snowy the Ninetales, Store the Cinder Ace, quadruple S by the way, Inky the Inky, +1 penalty votes, and KJ the Blastoise, double votes. Gyro and Kale's final status is under question. For now, until they submit something to us. Next up, another Pokemon Showdown challenge, and a hardcore one on top of that. Can you clear it? Find out in the next experiment of Pokelab 2020. See you later, folks!